What's up, everybody? It's Dan Binder Boneyard, and I am coming to you from underneath a truck. You may have seen my video from 100 years ago about the rear main seal, and now I'm going to show you the other half of the rear bearing cap oil leak stoppage procedure. You may notice when you get your seal kit, your seal might look a little different than this, but they always come with these rubber plugs. You're like, what the hell? Do I stick that up my nose, or like, what's that for? Well, I'm gonna show you. Those rubber plugs go right here and right there. So we're gonna get those old plugs out and prep for the new plugs going in. You're gonna get yourself a regular old wood screw, and you're going to screw it right into the middle of that old rubber plug. It just screws in real nice because it's rubber. Leave yourself a little bit of tail on there so you can grab it with a pair of pliers or channel locks if you're into name brands. Get hold of it. And just like that, out she comes. And then we will do the same to that one. Then I get the old brake clean with the straw, and I go up in the holes there. Make sure you put some rags down or some cardboard or catch pan or something, but I like to just douche her out. Let it run down your arm and into your armpit. Just like that. And you can feel like a real mechanic. So after I've sprayed it a few times, I take a paper towel and run this up in there and make sure that there's no residue or anything left over. It has to be absolutely clean. The other thing, this is getting a oil pan gasket, so I've also cleaned the surface by hand with a Scotch-Brite pad and more brake clean. So you see that hole there? This is the new plug. Service manual tells you to take a piece of welding rod with a balled end and put in there and use as an installer tool. Well, if you don't have a piece of TIG rod or something that works, I use a Torx screwdriver because it's flat on the end. It's not pointy. Come on, focus. Anyway, don't use a Phillips screwdriver or something that's pointy that's going to blow out the end of this. The last thing you need is to poke a hole in it and then have it leak out. So that's what I use for an installer tool. So the next thing I do is I apply a coat of Right Stuff gasket maker. It is nasty. Once it's in there forever because I hate myself. So that just really helps seal up that split, you know, so that helps keep the oil from going around it and leaking out your rear main. And then the last step, you take a razor blade and you cut them off flush. That's also controversial. Some people claim that they shrink and suck up into the bore. I don't know if I believe that. I'm also putting this gasket on with Right Stuff, which if you've ever used that is on there forever. So I'm not worried about it if it shrinks a tiny bit, but that's what I do. So there you go. Hopefully you learned something from that. A lot of people are trying to chase down oil leaks, and they do the pan gasket, but they don't do those main seal plugs because they don't come in the pan gasket. You know, they come with the main seal kit. So I really recommend everybody try to, oh, that's not good. Everybody try to, you know, if you're doing a pan, do those. And then, you know, if you're not separating the transmission, you know, just hang on to that rear main seal until a later date. And then when you get the transmission off to do a clutch or rebuild or whatever, then do the main seal there as well. But yeah, that is my advice for that. And hopefully you learned something. So thank you for watching. And till next time, I'm Dan, Binder Boneyard.